All right. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. It's really nice to have everybody's energy. So I won't bore you with too much talk today, so we'll just get right into meditation. And, like if you guys have meditated before, you can follow any procedure, technique, etc. that you're aware of. Generally, I start out with just simple anapanasati, which is basically just an awareness of your breathing. And the instructions are quite simple, as you all know. It's just, you were trying to follow your breathing. So you're not trying to control it, manipulate it. You can take a few deep breaths to start with to relax yourself. And then basically we'll just be aiming to just focus on our breathing and try to be aware of the breath entering and leaving our body. And the whole idea is to just kind of cover the entire in-breath and cover the out-breath and cover it with your attention. So we're trying to attend to what it feels like for the breath to go into the body and following it the whole way, and then what it feels like for it to go out. And we're not trying to force anything, but it will be the case that our attention may go away, and then the whole idea is to just gently bring it back. But again, these are just kind of guidelines. There's no hard and fast rules as to what we're doing, and that there is something wrong if you did something wrong or anything like that. It's an exercise also in just self-compassion and just being here with ourselves for no reason than just to be here. So it's an exercise in non-doing in a way. So just to be okay with who we are in this moment. And yeah, so I won't be doing too much guidance, but if, lightning strikes, I might speak here and there, but mostly we'll try to stick to just a 20-minute anapanasati, and then we might do a little bit of walking meditation, and and then we can do some sharing at the end. Is that okay? Anybody has anything to say before we start? All right then. Okay, so I'll set the timer and I'll hit this lovely gong that I got here. And if you find yourself falling asleep, it's okay. You can welcome to sleep, but see if you can notice what it feels like sleeping. In other words, you can use that as an opportunity to be aware of sleepiness. And in fact, that's our attitude with anything that comes up or doesn't come up. And if you find yourself drifting, just gently bringing the attention back to the bodily sensations. Just seeing if we can maintain that awareness of the breath entering and exiting. And whatever stories may come up, that's okay. Just welcome them. Let them happen. Just letting them go. You find the mind is jumping, spastic, and just letting it do its thing instead of forcing anything. The analogy often given is that of the water. The only way for the waves on the surface of a pond to dissipate, to settle, is to not throw any more rocks into the pond, but rather just watching it and letting it do its thing. Seeing if you can let go of any attachment to the outcome, how you want this meditation to go, what you want out of it, and just gently just settling into whatever this is. Without trying to look for labels, names, words. And as you continue to remain aware of breathing, just seeing if you can also expand the awareness, the attention to include what it feels like for your body to touch the ground, or perhaps the seat, or the couch, or any surface that you're currently inhabiting. And just noticing it without, again, attaching any judgments, just openly bringing that awareness moment to moment, and noticing any change, any contrast. It's a subtle skill that I'm learning or practicing rather. And it takes time, so just having that self-compassion and patience for yourself. And perhaps as you continue to be aware of this ongoing process of your body inhaling, exhaling, see if you can just relax the different muscles. See if you've been holding any tension in any part of the body, the neck, the jaw, the face, hands. Just letting it go. Each out-breath. And if you find that impatience comes up, then just non-judgmentally noticing what it's like to be impatient. Just feel some discomfort, or perhaps you feel a pleasurable feeling. Either way, just noticing without dwelling, but not ignoring, but acknowledging, and then letting it go. And in the next moment, if it's there again, then just being aware again. And now just slowly in your own time, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I'm going to hit the gong, and that is to remind ourselves to remain mindful of our breathing. So welcome back, everybody. It's nice to see everybody back. So we just concluded our 20-minute sit. And before we move on to the 5-10 minutes of walking meditation. I just want to see if anybody has anything to share, anything that specific that came up that you'd like to share with the group. And if not, that's fine too.
I joined late, and my apologies for that. But I've been really struggling a lot with physical pain. I have an abscessed tooth, and I'm in need of a root canal. And it sounds painful, and it is. But I was really dreading sitting. Maybe that's why I was late logging in. But it was kind of interesting. I noticed that as I sat, if I just kind of allowed the pain to be, and I didn't try to change it or ignore it or run away from it or kind of have a dialogue with it, it seemed to get better. And at any rate, I found that if I stopped fighting against it, I was able to sit and with less discomfort.
Okay, so you were able to sit at the end with less discomfort.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, anybody else wants to share anything? All right. Okay, so what we'll do now, Louise, it's not going to be more sitting, so that's good. So if you guys have just like a little bit of space, like just like the length of the yoga mat, nothing too long, you can go out of the camera while you're walking. You don't have to go to the room. Just enough, so just like a space, and then we'll just start just standing. And we're trying to do everything very gently. We're not trying to force anything. It's just a gentle thing. Are you guys still able to hear me? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah. So basically, the whole idea is like, we all know how to walk. So maybe that's it. But often, like, when we're walking, we're kind of doing this very simple activity mindlessly. So just seeing if we can walk. And the idea is not to walk like too slowly or like a robot or anything like that. Just to kind of feel the contact, let's say, between the foot and the ground. And to just keep in awareness your whole body as you take one step to the other. And again, like, you're trying to still be aware of the breath. But don't feel overwhelmed if you find it's hard to be aware of all this at the same time. Just go to one specific spot in the body. In this case, perhaps contact, so feet on the ground. Just finding that pleasurable feeling, what it feels like to be an embodied being. Step on the earth, on the floor, the carpet. And seeing if you can keep not to close your eyes, but seeing if you can keep your gaze kind of gently, perhaps half open, so as not to get too distracted by the objects in the environment. And bringing that full gift of attention to the process of walking itself. You might be surprised if you walk slowly how much coordination goes into walking. In fact, the sort of physiological definition of walking is to catch yourself as you allow gravity to pull you towards it. So, in other words, it's a continuous process of falling and catching, falling, catching, falling, catching. And see if you can feel your whole leg, both legs, as well as the foot. The sensation of pressure as one leg moves, as the weight shifts from one leg to the other. When I ring the gong, we'll go back to just being mindful of our breathing. And we'll do a few just mindful movements. And then we can conclude our session. So just this process of just being aware of our bodies and resting in this awareness is the very process that cultivates mindfulness. And the absence of mindfulness is, of course, is mindlessness. It's what happens when we are not there. Not there for our own lives. And it leads to a sense of loss of control, sort of feeling of learned helplessness. This mindlessness can also distort our self-image. Mindlessness can lead to many errors, mechanical errors, relationship errors. Mindlessness is the reason people say same shit, different day, when really it's never the same day or the same shit. Pardon my French. All right, so we'll just come back now. And we will do this for more than 5 minutes. As it's already been 30 minutes. So we'll just start here in neutral position. Some people call it the mountain pose, although that's not the only term that's used for it. And we'll start by reaching our one hand up like you're trying to grab an apple from an apple tree. And then just gently bringing it down and trying to get the apple from the other hand. The whole idea is to feel the entire stretch in your whole body. So we're not trying to just do this to, like I said before, to burn calories, but to get that feeling of what it feels like to move inside this body. And now we'll just do like these gentle circles, feeling our shoulders. And then you can reverse the direction. And in this whole process, if you're feeling any tension, just bringing your attention to that and just letting it go. I tend to, for some reason, feel it in my glutes. So I'm just intentionally letting it go. And now this one's I learned from Mr. Thich Nhat Hanh. It's just putting one here and your shoulders, and then we're just opening our hands out like so, bringing it back. And the whole time we're just experiencing what it feels like to have hands, or as some people might say, to be handed and armed and chested and legged. And now just bringing it together, bringing the pectoral muscles together. And just feeling what it feels like. And you can do a few neck circles. Fully around this way. And the other way. And now feel free to follow if you are able. So we'll just gently lift one leg. So you can either hold it here, or you can either put it like this on the one leg. And you can just keep it like this, or you can bring if you're able to bring your hand up and down, sort of in a, some people might call it a tree pose. But again, like the whole idea is to feel the experience of the movement. We're not trying to do any sterness yoga, which by itself is a great thing, but right now we're just trying to experience what it feels like. Yes. And then staying like so, and then bringing one foot forward to the side, feeling that bend on the inside of the leg. Don't know the muscle, maybe something you can tell me later. As a physiotherapist. And then bringing it the other way. Just feeling the same sort of muscles get activated on this side. Just feeling what it feels like. Trying to maintain the balance. All right, and now just kind of keeping your legs straight. And feeling that stretch in the legs very slowly. And then back up again. And just opening the chest. And going down again. And then up. And then go back. Making a big circle around with the arms. And then going down, back again. And up. And now just standing on your one leg and pushing slowly the left leg out. Just experiencing what it feels like on the glute. And doing the same on the other side. And my balance isn't very good on this side, but that's okay. I'm just noticing these things. All right. And then just trying to raise up on your calf muscles very gently again. Up on the calves, going down. And bringing the one leg up, like so, like your knee. Just experiencing that. And just letting it go. And doing the same on that side. So, letting it go. And then just taking like a big stretch. However you want, freestyle stretch. And then just coming back to the sitting position if you can. All right. So thank you everybody for coming and joining and participating and being here. It is very, very much appreciated. And so if anybody has anything to share or, any comments, etc., that would be the time now to do so. And if not, we'll be here again next week. So that's also possible. Did we do introductions at all last time, Louise? I think we did a little bit. I think.
Yeah. I think we did a little bit. Do we want to do that every week?
Well, I mean,
maybe would that be helpful?
Yeah, I mean, we open up the form if somebody wants to.
Yeah.
But it's not a requirement in any way. We can practice completely secretively as well. Like James Bond, come in, meditate, and leave.
Yeah. Okay, well, again, thank you, Saban. And I'm looking forward to next week. And I will be sending out an email to invite some more participants. So I'm looking forward to seeing the group grow with time.
Sweet. And for people that are in Thunder Bay, we're also doing another land-based sort of healing walk. We'll be taking people out this Sunday to a swamp and then leaving them there. No, I'm just kidding. We will be walking them through the swamp, introducing the mosquitoes to the people and the vice versa. And it's completely free except for the blood.
I don't think there'll be any mosquitoes this early in the season, hopefully. But yeah, we're going to be walking and 1 o'clock it's Mills Block, right?
I think so, yes. Yeah. But we will be sending out an email tomorrow.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know that Tara is in town, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a mindful walk. And we'll be doing a lot of grounding, sort of activity using the 5 senses. And yeah, it'll be a nice day. I'm going to bring some beverages too, some water and some snacks. So please come if you can to join us.
Yes. And if somebody's going to join next week, my only request is to bring a little piece of like a date or like some kind of small, like a cashew or an almond or something small like that. So we'll do a little bit of mindful eating exercise. It could be a grape or it could be something small that can easily, but like it could be like, yeah. Anyways, so that's for me. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. So wishing everybody a good week, mindful week. And I'll see you guys back here again next week.
Thank you, Saban. Thanks everyone for coming. Take care. Have a good week. Bye-bye.